How's it going, Pisces community? Soul Tigress here with a special story for this wonderful frequency. So there's a lot that needs to be brought to the light. Definitely been focusing in filling your energy since last night. It is something that is very murky. So some keywords here, Pisces, is welcome to the land of the murkiness. Your energy has been wandering around, lost, unable to see the way out of your current situation. This is led by denial. The only way out, Pisces, is to seek the truth of things, even if the truth is something you don't want to hear. Go within, dear Pisces. Seek how you feel and why you feel weakened by this truth. What is it that you're taking out on yourself? And this is a big key. This will help create the stepping stones needed to get out of this place. And if I was to paint an image of where your energy is at, Pisces, it is in a place where it is basically like gray, dark grays everywhere. There's such high currents of energy around you. I would describe blown around like wind. So it's hard to feel the guiding messages coming in, and everything just looks so desolate and murky every which way you turn. Something isn't right. Something doesn't feel right, but yet you can't see and you can't feel these guiding energies around you. It's like you're wandering lost in a circle that never ends. So let's talk about it. Let's take a dive in. So something first that I see right away is we're confused on something. Maybe moving forward, moving past, getting away from, or maybe changing up a situation. When it comes to creating movement, packing up and going. This has to do with a happiness hater. You have somebody here. What I'm hearing to say is that is playing on you. That is playing on what you really want. And some things that are stacked up on each other. It has to do with the grudge holder. Somebody who's not happy and wants to make sure you're not happy either. I want to say this person could come off a little bubbly with the personality. I don't know why I'm getting that, but this person definitely puts on an act. That's what I feel. Something you're at odds ends with is always partying, maybe always having party favors available to take away the pain, to take away the disbelief of things, to keep your mind busy so that it keeps you away from whatever's happening and what this truth has to do with. We have a drama starter here, whoever this grudge holder is. Maybe this has to do with an ideal ending, maybe an ideal partnership, but maybe something isn't really ideal here. And it really bothers you a lot. I feel like you can't get rest with this unbothered in reverse. There's something here you cannot put to rest. There's something here that just won't stop doing what it's doing. And that's a part of the truth to things. This person, whoever it is, I feel like you could want something ideal, but this person, I feel like instead of looking at it, they have their back turned to it to pursue the things that they want. And what imagery I'm being given is like the Justin Bieber's and his wife. Look at their relationship. Look at how much he looks away from her. And look at how much she wants this. This is something like that when it comes to a partnership. It could even be a business partnership where you want ideal meetups, where you guys are really interwoven in the ideas that you have for this business, creating something with the passions that you both hold for this business. But whatever it is, whoever you're with, I feel like they have their back turned to it. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're always on the go. But something that is here is with the partying. Whatever these intoxicants are, this is the thing that keeps the string attached to y'all. I'm hearing to say, or visually I'm seeing. If this situation would stop having so much of these party favors, of these intoxicating things, then y'all would look at each other differently. What is that one country song where it talks about the partner is no longer fun now that the other one is sober? Take that into consideration there. So let's keep going with this, Pisces. This is a hard truth here. This is a really, really hard truth. Like I said, you really want something to be even with you. But there's a lot happening behind that curtain that involves you as well. Alrighty. So let's keep going. As I mentioned, ancestors, spirit guides, what needs to come out for the present right there? Oh my gosh. Grudge holder. Definitely a lot coming out for that grudge holder. Oh. That was a good one. Gotta let it go. That is one of the messages here. Gotta let it go. Alright, few more, or I'm hearing that's enough. What you gonna give me, ancestors? They said that's enough. They reconfirmed it. Alright, so there's a lot going on. So let's start with this drama starter. Let's see what's happening here. Manifesting. I think this confirms that this person has their own intentions, have their own things that they're focusing on, that they want to go towards. This is something that's behind the veil, but you are behind the veil with them. You see it, you feel it, you see that their mind wanders to other things when you're speaking to them. They're not really present with you. There's something here, maybe that they even want to travel to, whatever it is that they keep turning their back towards you on. So let's see what else is happening with this grudge holder. They're not communicating directly with you. Watch out for Mercury retrograde. Stuff could definitely really get mixed up. Maybe they could be kind of love bombing you, I'm hearing to say. Don't be confused. Or even when it comes to trying to communicate with them, they could be clamming up. They could be pointing the finger in other directions, even at yourself, I'm hearing to say as well. This is something that bothers you because they won't communicate the truth to you. Pisces, I'm hearing to tell you, actions speak louder than words. If they won't communicate the truth to you, look at the actions that they're doing to you. How whatever they're doing affects you. Remember, going within and filling this truth out is a big key. Something you're a little confused on is letting go. Letting go of something that was supposed to be beautiful, something that was supposed to be warm, something that was supposed to be guaranteed when you went on this adventure with them. Something you're at odds ends is with this challenge. Specifically, letting go of the facade. The facade that has to do with the drama. That is how you're going to spread your wings and go. I really like how this came out because I have the butterfly for life changes as the oracle deck for our last one. So something else here. Oh my goodness. I don't know, but somebody has to spy on another. It definitely has to do with their travels, where they're going with these two cards. You really question their abruptness with the routine of things that they have. I don't know if somebody's in a business and they're spending extra money and you're having to go into the books to look at things, to find out where this money's going. This is something that you've done more than once. When this has to do with a relationship, this person could pull things to where they're pulling your strings to get reactions out of you so that they can turn their back and travel wherever they want to go. Basically, you will have people in relationships, if this has to do with a relationship, who will cause drama so that they can go do their thing, so they can stay out for a night, whatever. And I know I've mentioned this to you before, Pisces, in previous stories long ago. This is something that is of a cycle here. You don't like when they take off. You don't like how they suddenly get up and go. And this leaves you having to look at everything they're doing. So what this does is this takes your focus from the grind of working towards the dreams, towards the goals, whatever it is that you have for your personal life, for your career, for your family. And you're having to redirect that energy all to them, trying to figure out where they're running to, where they're going, what are they doing, what are they spending their money on, type of stuff. This takes a lot from you. This really takes a lot from you. And it feels like it's never ending. Never ending. Every year it's the same thing. Every month it's the same thing. And if you actually sat back, Pisces, when you're going through the truth of things, you would see how they do it almost like clockwork. And when you realize that pattern, realize that it really doesn't have to do with you. It has to do with them manipulating the situation so that they can go do what they want to do. I'm hearing to say somebody has other intentions for something else, somewhere else. That's what it feels like. And you're always left looking, trying to build, trying to have what you really, really, really dream about, what you want when it comes to partnerships. Oh my goodness. This is hard. This is hard. And it's hard to sit here and unpack this for you, Pisces, because you know what? It's hard to realize when things aren't going to work out, because you get stuck with two sides to things right there. Do I go? Do I move forward to where I want to be? Or do I settle and say, this is it? That's the thing. That is the thing. Think about how many years you've been putting up with this cycle. Think about it. Think about it, because it hasn't changed and it's not going to change. And are you ready for 2026 to be the same thing as the years before that? Is that something you really deserve, Pisces? This is something that's left you in the murkiness. This is something that doesn't make you feel really fulfilled when it comes to whatever partnership this is. Whew. This is what we call tough love, Pisces. This is what we call tough love. And don't forget, your house is ending an old cycle, preparing for new. The 12th house. Don't forget, your planet is Neptune. Shows much about how a person uses or expresses their imagination. It's mysticism and mystical love. What does that mean? What does that mean? Our imagination isn't one of just fairy tales, Pisces. It's also how we view the world. And right now, do you really view this as the only thing you can have? If so, this is why you're stuck. If you use that imagination to see that you can have more, that you do deserve more, but it's going to take you getting up and taking those steps, then other things will come about. But the thing is, work has to be done. The more that you try it and just put up with stuff, it doesn't get better. It doesn't. It just gets where it's at and it stays at a stalemate, or it goes down, because whatever you're in is gonna push the boundaries as far as they will go. Think about the situation and how much you've had to compromise on your ethics, compromise on your morals, to sit here and to keep playing with this situation. All right, so let's call in our angels of protection. Angels of protection. Please help, guide, and keep us safe as we navigate the Pisces story here. A lot of tricks, a lot of games, a lot of things that are not being named. Oh my goodness, I don't know where that came from. Thank you, angels, for pointing that out and bringing out this energy for us. Oh, it's a lot going on here. So, I have my crow's deck out. I always announce this one because there can be what some will consider some grotesque or brutal kind of imaging, a little gruesome. So if that comes about, I'll definitely let you know when to look away, and there will be some kind of signal when that card is put away. So a lot of it comes down to the foundations of this relationship, whether personal or professional. Why do I say that? Because at the bottom of all of this pile that you've seen come out here is the Four of Wands in reverse. Four of Wands is two people building together a foundation with each other. But here we've had two people together that really can't build. And let's see why. Why can't we build? What is it that has us lost, that has us stuck? It has to do with the communication. Most definitely has to do with the communication. It has to do with you over focusing on this person. We have this card right here, the Sun card. The whole thing is, Pisces, you know deep within yourself that you have to get up. You have to move. There is more to life than this situation. But you're choosing not to listen to that. You're choosing not to really fill out what's happening here. And this is something that is very taking from you. It's basically robbing you. This situation robs you. This situation also brings out another side to you. Another side that can be very cutthroat. And it really isn't your energy, but it is morphing into your energy. Why is it morphing into your energy? It's because of all the irritability, all the frustrations, all the anger of having to compromise so much with this individual. This individual who will not give to you what you need. The reconfirming things that you need to see, feel, and hear. That's the thing, because it's all out of your control. No matter what you do, how you react, how you show up, how you change yourself, you don't get it. They don't get it. They won't get it through their head that you're really wanting to make this work. You're really wanting to hang on to this. But this is followed by the World card right here, talking about change needs to happen. But the change won't come here. And we're holding on to this situation like a security blanket. Let's see what else is happening here. You're really expressing a lot. You are very passionate about this. This is why you stay where you're at. You want to help. How do I put this? You want to help lessen the illusions, but you staying stuck. You staying away from the truth is what keeps these illusions going about, is what's keeping you stuck in the murkiness. And the illusions is you keep looking to the potential, to what could change maybe with this individual or this place or this thing. And I keep getting, maybe next year will be better. Maybe next year will be better. Maybe in 6 months they will give up on whatever they're doing here that's causing the drama, and they will get why I'm here finally. And that's the thing that's keeping you away from your 10 of Cups. It's holding you back from where you actually want to go. You want to go with this to the 10 of Cups, that happy family, that happy community, but you staying with this and the illusions and this drama is what's keeping you here. And that is expressed by the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups talks about we need to get up and we need to create movement, because staying stuck isn't doing much for us. Staying stuck and the things that we use to escape the truth of things. That's what's happening here right now. Oh my goodness. You haven't given up because you're passionate about it. I mean, no matter what anybody says, at the end of the day, you are very passionate about making this work. So passionate that you're willing to feed into those illusions. You're willing to keep yourself stuck to hopefully get to that potential. That's hard. That is hard. And what I feel like right here, and this is a part of it, and this is very emotional, is you don't want to give up. Because giving up makes you feel like you're failing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you right here, right now, Pisces, no matter who you are, no matter who you are, you deserve more than what's being given in this situation. I'll tell you that. And letting go of a situation can be looked at as many different ways. Yes, it could be looked at as failure on one hand, but on the other side of things, it can be looked at as I've reached the limit here. This is all that's going to happen here. This is it. So it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to keep going. Because let's think about it. I mean, do you limit yourself when it comes to the things that you're really passionate about? Or do you go full throttle wanting to work towards gaining more? It's like, for example, did you cap off at the 5th grade education, or did you keep pursuing to get to that high school diploma? Did you keep pursuing after the high school diploma to do a little bit more for yourself? That's the thing here. And again, that's a part of your 12th house energy, ending an old cycle to prepare for a new. Think about the elementary thing again. When you were in 5th grade, you were scared to go to junior high, but you still ended your time in elementary by completing 5th grade, and you went to junior high, giving you a whole new layout of things, giving you a whole new experience with different people, a different place. This is kind of like what's happening here. And instead, you're staying at elementary opposed to graduating and moving on. Because remember, at the elementary level, that's limited. But if you were to progress, then you're getting more. Think about it. Think about it and see how you can apply that to your current situation. It's not that we fail at things. Sometimes we just reach the limit to whatever that is that can offer us, whatever we thought it could offer us. And that's okay. That's a part of evolving. That's a part of growing. That's a part of learning what we deserve. That's a part of us learning to love ourselves as well, and learning to validate ourselves and what we need, not want, but what we need on a deeper level. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's call in the divine and universal energy. And I'm hearing our angels. Calling those angels as well. What are the guiding messages that you have here for the Pisces community? What is it? What is it? What is it that we need to share with Pisces in this story? Hearing one more. What is it? Keep going, keep going. All right, here we go. Last round of the cards. Oh, there we go. All right, Pisces, let's talk about it. We need some changes. And the first change when it comes to building your stability has to do with some inner working, with what you consume, whether it's media, whether it's food, whether it's spiritually. We have to change up what we're intaking. If you want to go higher in your beliefs, if you want to go higher in your mental, your spiritual, your physical, we have to change up what we're intaking. That is something here for you, especially when it comes to the drama. Do you go off when this drama happens and then you stop taking care of yourself? Sometimes we're presented with situations to test if we can continue to take care of ourselves. And that's one of the biggest things here, especially when it comes to building stability for yourself. Something else here is realizations and epiphanies. This is something you're confused about, and this is something that is really hard for you to see. I want to say, listen, see their actions, hear their words. Because a lot of times they are telling you something as well. They're telling you, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. I don't see long term with this. But they're doing it in subtle ways. But their actions will speak louder as well. The whole thing is, when it comes to what you really want to build, when it comes to another or with another, keep the faith, but follow that third eye intuition, the clarity, the imagination, the insight. Remember that imagination plays a lot into how we see the world around us. How can you see what you're actually looking for, opposed to what you feel like you have to settle for? Keep the faith, because what you seek is still out there. Changing your mind. And this is right here on top of this Temperance card right here. This is something you need to confront. This is something that will help you rebalance. Instead of taking their actions out on yourself, how can you stop changing your mind about it and take it for the face value that it is, Pisces? And when it comes to getting to that ideal outcome, when it comes to your community, what has to do with letting go is we need to see that we got to give ourselves the motivation to spread our wings and go. We have to understand that people cannot build stability for us. We have to build our own stability within us. And a lot of times that is given to us, by us spreading our wings. All right, and when it comes down to your illusions and being stuck, I have join in. Join in on actually making decisions for you. What is good for you? What is pure for you? What is in the love, light, and compassion for you? What do you want to hold joy about when it comes to that ideal community? Happiness and giving yourself the courage to go. Remember, seeing yourself that you're capable of going. A lot of people hold themselves back because they're afraid to create that movement and go, because they don't feel like they can do it. There's a lot in life I felt like I can't do, but look at me here, look at me now. I'm happier than I've ever been, but it took putting in work. It took learning how to seek the truth to things, how not to stay in certain situationships that are only glued together by us being intoxicated. This takes work. It takes work to put down the things that help you cope with this person and the things that they do. It does take work. It takes changing how we intake the information. And it also takes keeping faith. Don't let this happiness hater ruin what you really, really want in the end. And it takes courage. It takes you giving yourself the motivation to join in on making the decisions you need to make to get out of the illusions. And finally letting go and confronting this challenge. Not to be hard on yourself, but with the things that you are passionate about, because here you stood here because you have a lot of passions for the potential of things. Let's hold passion for ourselves. Let's hold the potential of how far we can go for ourselves. But again, we have to create that movement and stop changing our mind to things, because that creates the unbalancedness. This creates us trying to control the outcome to this cycle that is ever repeating with this person, leaving us unable to go, but unable to feel the guiding messages around us that are coming in. And one thing is we got to start seeing the truth to things. The truth to things, the truth to things to help invest into our stability. Realizing that sometimes this person has been telling us the whole way that they've been feeling, but we've been too busy trying to make it work. Now let's look at the actions that they're using to manifest them taking off at random times. Let's look at that. Let's not look at it to spy on them, but let's look at how those actions are actually making us feel in this situation. Let's look at that, because it's time to not be unbothered by it. It's actually time to be bothered by it, because we need to start building our stability with confronting the truth that we need to confront here. Instead of running from it, instead of feeling like this is the only thing life has out for us. It isn't. And everything's going to come to full circle here. Don't worry about it. You know, sometimes we worry about what's going to happen with that individual, the person, the place, if we choose to go. I mean, that's because we care. We have a lot of emotions invested in it. But Pisces, you have to ask yourself, do you care about this situationship more than yourself? And if the answer is yes, then the lesson here is we need to rebalance that. And we need to see how we need to care about ourselves more than what this situation is. Because this situation isn't going to take care of you the way that you can take care of yourself. Whew, this was a doozy of one, but I'm really happy that I was given the chance to put this all out there for you, Pisces. I hope this helps. This doesn't mean that you are not lovable. This doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that you're going to love yourself. You're going to learn how to love yourself deeper, and you're going to learn how to read between the lines when it comes to dealing with different people, places, and or things. And you're going to learn how to protect yourself and what you do deserve. And again, creating those stepping stones to get you out of this land of the murkiness and into that ideal community outcome that you're looking for. All right, this is going to conclude it. Don't forget to thank your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, as well as divine and universal energy for coming on in and helping out. And as always, I hope that you have a most wonderful rest of your day.